Hello, Leonardo.
Hello, teacher. What about your day?
Good, good.
Good evening.
Hello, Mayra. Good evening. Working and having a tour for the apartment. The bedroom to the kitchen and then to the bedroom. How are you guys doing?
The same.
Same tour?
The same too, especially to the kitchen.
Yes. More or less every 2 hours. Hello, Juan Pablo.
Good evening, teacher. How are you doing today?
Before we start, I want to ask you if you answered the survey that Jorge Munoz sent you. This one, this is the link. Did you use it?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher, I
I
did.
did it.
Yes, I did it, teacher, too.
Ah, okay, great. So let's wait 2 minutes more for Hugo and Henry and we start, okay? Leonardo, did you see the good news about the possibility that Putumayo, Putumayo starts the movement again, the business open again because there is no any COVID case there, either in Bichara or Arauca, Putumayo, and Guainía. Any of them.
Yes.
So there is a high possibility that those regions, people have their lives back.
Mm, it it depends of the mayor,
Mm,
the mayor of the every city in every city. Here, mm, here is slowly, and some business that, for example, hairstyles. Some
uh-huh.
hairstyles that attend just one person can work. Just one person. And for example, it's very funny because when I go to cut my hair, I you have to wait outside, outside. But the people start talking, no? Excuse me.
But outside people talk.
Yes, but for example, here the people has been we have been very very polite, juiciosos.
No, like
We have had a
you
good
have
behavior.
follow the rules. Yes.
We had following the rules. That's the reason why. And we are a relative island, not like a island in the sea, aislados, uh,
Isolated.
isolated of the rest of the country. But for example, we are from Mocoa to Pitalito only 1 hour and a half for a good route. But the same community has closed and the indigenous has closed the roads. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
But
We know the virus is coming here and again is appear, but we don't like that this is the first city and
but
the
I guess the lockdown is going to continue. But inside Putumayo, I guess
site.
people could
No, there is no
no
there is no any there is no
possibility
any
you
positive no there's no the because Putumayo has 3 zones. The high in Spanish is Alto Putumayo, Medio Putumayo, y Bajo Putumayo.
Uh-huh.
El Medio Putumayo, the Medio Putumayo is from Mocoa to Ecuador. Yes?
Uh-huh.
And the High Putumayo, el Alto Putumayo is from Mocoa to Pasto, for example, is so high. Yes?
Uh-huh.
And the Low Putumayo is from Puerto Asís to Ecuador. Yes? Yes, so we have 3. So the part of is more dangerous than in other places is from the part from Pasto to
Mocoa.
Santiago and other places. But in that places there are many indigenous, yes, and they are closed
The roots, the way.
the roots. So and we have followed the rules. So just for example, I can go to buy groceries just one time in a week. For example, my days on Monday from uh, 5 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. No more.
Mm.
And I can go on another thing because if I go to another thing without a valid reason, I get a comparendo. Yes.
Get a fine.
Yes. So always remains some people are indisciplined, but very few people, very a quantity of
Maybe it's because what you told us that because the indigenous people are there taking care of the
no, and we
borders.
want that, and that's why I don't know. Maybe two more. For example, there are places that, for example, in papelerias that attend just one person is work. They are working. Yes,
Mhm.
and for example, in the high states and cacharrerías in places like these. Yeah.
So all business are open,
Yes,
but
but
they
just one person can, and
can
all
go into.
the restaurants are attending. But you call, you say, "Oh, I need my food." They came, you pay. But on the other hand, there are people that live day by day. Here, there are a lot of people live day by day.
Everywhere.
Is very, but the the government helping is coming, but it's difficult. Some people are in very difficult. Yes,
They yes, they are not
yes. There's
eating
no.
as usual. Or,
Yes, yes. But uh, for example, the students are very. They have been they have had a very good behavior. The problem is with the elder people.
the problem
They're
that they cannot leave home.
Yes, because we
Mhm.
know they have to go, yes, it's difficult for them, not too difficult to the young people, no, because they are controlled by the fathers, yes, but they are stay
Let's see what happens.
in a good behavior. The problem is with the elder people because they don't believe, they
Uh,
don't believe.
they don't believe that there is a virus.
Yes, and they say, "Oh no, we have to die, so let's die at all."
Now,
So I
hopefully,
said,
there
no,
is.
no, 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 no. I don't want to die. If you want to die, no, it's the last time I can see my parents, my family. No. It's not the the last time. It's the beginning of the life. For example, with my
I
mother.
know. But I guess you are the one who goes out and do the groceries, but they are the ones that stay home for a month and a half. That's a lot of time.
So the week ago, a week a week ago, I see uh elder man.
Person.
Has I think that has she has she's 88 years, and I say, Orlando, please don't go. I say, and go and say, and the police, come on, Don Orlando, come on, Don Orlando, Don Orlando, please understand. If you go to your
Uh,
grand
Don
your
Orlando knows that there is no
grandparents, you
case of
go.
COVID there. That's why he's very
There's a lot of
confident.
houses here, and for example, there is needs in front of you. You say, please don't. I know I don't care. I don't believe you.
Oh my
Please,
God.
Don Orlando, please. It's very, it's very,
Not easy.
it's funny, but it's terrible.
Okay. Well, Hugo and Henry, welcome. Hugo and Henry, just to remind you, you have not yet answered the survey that Jorge Munoz sent you, so please do so after the encounter. It's going to take you 5 minutes. Just in
Yeah,
the
I
case
already did that,
you
teacher.
did that,
Yep.
okay. You did too, Hugo? Did you answer that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. So, well, let's start with the topic that we have for tonight. I ask you to watch a video which is about money saving tips. So we will start by checking some vocabulary connected to the topic. Here we have a picture and a definition. So I would like you to think about the word that can match that definition. So money that you earn as a result of work. Sometimes we have we don't only have a job, but we can have a business and we get money from the business and from the job and from the, let's say, for being an employee and money from the business. So all the money that you get, what is the name that we have for that? The money that you receive.
Income.
Income, right? So that's the income. Very good. Now look at this picture. The opposite, when you start like buying things.
Expenses.
Expenses, very good. Those are the expenses. Right, then we have a list of expenses for the things that we have to buy or pay every month. So what's the name for that list of expenses?
Budget.
Exactly. That's the budget. Do you guys have a budget? It's not, that is not like common in Colombia, but I don't know if you probably have one.
Yeah, I have one. It isn't so yeah, so organized, but I have like a lista de chequeo, a checklist.
Checklist?
Yeah.
Yeah, teacher. Since I got married, I had to
Yeah.
make a budget.
It's not if you want, it's that you have to.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Really, it helps a lot. Then, if we have money that we don't spend and that we put, that we laid away, so what's the word that we use for that?
Save.
Oh, that's the verb, but the noun is savings.
Savings, yeah.
Savings. Do you guys have savings?
Yes, I have savings.
Yes.
I do.
Great. Okay, then we have, sometimes we have some plans regarding the things that we want to do with our savings. So those attempts to save money for different actions, what can be the word that is used for expressing
Withdraw?
withdraw? No, withdraw is when you go to the automatic machine and you ask for money. But this is when you have plans to spend the money that you save. So when you have those plans, how can we call that?
Goals.
Goals, exactly.
Goals.
Those are goals, yes.
Goals.
You're saving goals. So if you have plans, you have those goals to spend your money in the future. So you save money for spending it in the future with the goals or plans that you have. Okay, so you watched the video about saving tips, did you?
Yes, teacher, I did.
Okay, so I would like you, each one of you, mention one tip that you heard in the video.
The first is to set the goal of saving money, the time, and the time that I'm going to save money. Or the plan for the save money.
Exactly. Okay, which other?
It's very important before saving money to create a budget. A budget.
Exactly.
It can be a monthly budget.
Can be a monthly budget. Yeah, so you know how much money you can save. Good. Which other tip?
After that, he mentioned about specific goals, like secondary goals.
Yeah.
So or short-term goals.
Yeah.
And that goal can be how much we are going to save. It's important to set that.
Exactly. Which other?
Then he started talking about like the 5 common things in which we spend our money. So he started with the food, and he said that we should avoid eating out, that we should prepare our food at home.
And he talks in that sense, he talks in that primary needs. He talks about transportation, and he suggests using the public transportation, public vehicles, instead of having a vehicle or owning a vehicle.
Another item that he gave us is about the shelter.
That's the other need. What did he say about it?
About the shelter, he said that it is important to live in a good house, but we have to try to save money in the kind of houses that we got. Yeah, like it has to be a proper house for our things, and when we feel comfortable.
Yeah, but he gives some tips to save money.
We can rent maybe
Rain, get a roommate.
a roommate.
Exactly. Which other?
The clothing.
Uh-huh.
You can, they said, he said that you can buy not too new clothing, new clothing. You
Second
can
hand.
Yeah, we can buy
reuse your
second-hand,
clothing,
second-hand.
remake, remade, remade, remade new clothing with old clothing, or not to buy for buying.
Uh-huh. To
The
avoid
last one,
buying.
the last one, he talked about health.
Health. What did he say about health?
Honestly, I don't remember very well what he said, but I think that I kind of remember that he mentioned about that it is important to exercise in order to get a good health, because if we don't exercise right now, maybe in the future we will get some medical problems, you know.
Uh-huh.
Guys, it's like to change our lifestyle.
Eat healthy.
Yes.
Yep. Be careful with the kind of food that we consume.
And
Exactly. So
something very yeah, go ahead, teacher.
no, Juan.
Okay, and something very important is to have an automatic withdrawals, that they are accounts that take your money. How can I explain? They take your money and you don't have to pay that money. They automatically take it. Yeah,
Wait, but that is for a saving account. So
yeah.
he advises to have two accounts, one for expenses and the other one for savings. So that you have, if your plan is to save, let's say 500,000 pesos, you withdraw that money and put it in your saving account.
He talked about to don't be tricked with yourself.
Uh-huh.
For example, if you spend more money than you earn, you're tricking yourself.
Exactly. What other suggestion do you remember?
We have to give a like to his YouTube channel.
And the subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Did you do that?
No, I
I
did.
didn't, but I will.
Teacher, something that he talked about clothing was that we should unsubscribe from that. I don't remember the name. Email marketers that send us that emails with discounts, and maybe we say, I'm going, I'm going to buy that. That is in discount. It is a bargain, and he suggests unsubscribing from these emails.
Uh-huh. Yes. So usually when we buy things in a store, they ask for our personal information, email or telephone number.
Yeah.
That's precisely to send to your email the messages about discount and new clothes, etc. So you go there and there are no discounts, but you see something that you like and then you buy it. Okay, any other that you remember, or maybe any that you that you think could be added to this list, like something that you do at home to reduce the cost, the amount of money that you spend for shelter or for clothing or for food or for transportation?
Much.
Which ones do you have? At home we can do many things to reduce the cost of public services.
Yeah, yeah.
What can we do to save some
To,
money?
to save water, energy.
How can we save water and energy?
Well, my grandma, she reuses the water from the washing machine, and she uses that water to mop or to clean the floor.
Which other?
Talking about the washing machine, for example, and right now I'm not using soy something,
I don't know if that's
and I save
something.
money.
Let me check.
Rinse,
I don't know if that's the software. Let me check. I don't know in your homes, but in my home when I was a child, we used to iron everything. Nowadays we don't do that anymore.
No.
For example, here in Mocoa, we have
Software.
to save a lot of water because if rains strong, we don't have water, so we have to save a lot of water. So, for example, we recycle the water, or we use the raining water.
Take short showers.
Disconnect electronic devices when not in use.
Yes. What about food?
Avoid eating out.
And besides that?
Instead of
For
that,
example,
we can cook at home.
For example, in this moment, we don't buy, we cook more arepas than bread. For example, in this moment, I buy only just one in a week.
And why?
Bread.
It's more expensive to buy bread than arepas?
Yes, we cook arepas, arepas, arepas,
Arepas are arepas.
arepas on arepas, arepas. But because we can save money making arepas because the little amount of flour you
Yes.
can
Okay.
make more arepas than bread, and it's healthier than eating bread.
Is corn harvested there, Leonardo?
Excuse me?
Is corn harvested there in that region?
I don't understand, teacher.
I guess in that region, people can planting what other fruits, but I don't know if corn can be harvested there.
No, because unfortunately, the majority, no, the biggest quantity of the corn that we eat in all Colombia is import from United States.
Ah, okay.
Incredible. But for example, in the in el Alto, the indigenous seed the plants of corn and they
Indigenous
use
have
yes,
indigenous
it's
have
because they have chagras. So it's nice because you can see your own food.
I see.
But we buy the areparina, arepapan, the same. But
Okay.
it's more it's cheaper
It's cheaper than
than
buying food, than buying bread.
bread.
Juan, you had an idea?
Yes, teacher. What is the verb to say consumir? Consume.
Consume.
Yeah. One way to save mm, in in food is maybe to eat organic food,
Uh-huh.
or if someone has the possibility to raise some I forget to say I have forgotten to say cultivo some
Harvest. Could eat or harvest organic food.
For example, yesterday I went out and buy some fruits and vegetables, and I noticed that, for example, lulo, it was like, for
Expensive.
example, two 2,000 per kilo. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but instead of buying lulo, I bought um, guajava. Yeah, and it's
Cheaper.
cheaper than lulo. So sometimes we have to buy the cheapest items. Yeah, instead of buying like the common things. You know,
Uh-huh. Yeah, so
for a while, no.
it depends on what is cheaper every month. Or
Yeah.
okay,
I,
any other idea? Mayra?
I remember something that the person in the video said, and he recommended to buy products that are store brand products and not from the famous brands because they are expensive, more expensive.
For example, now that we have those stores that are famous in every part of
For example,
Colombia.
about cereal, for example, instead of buying Kellogg's, we can buy Econo. Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know,
Uh-huh, exactly.
Mhm.
Those
and
are
it's
store
almost the
brand.
same.
In Bogota, buy food in supermarkets like De Uno, Justo y Bueno.
Exactly. So those they sell store brand products, which are cheaper than the other ones, even than the ones that we find in Éxito that are also store brand products. Okay. Any other idea on how to save money?
Uh,
Because
for
like,
example,
not eating too much. I think no,
Stop
teacher,
the quarantine.
Colombian people, yeah. I think we eat more than we spend in other things. If you, I don't know, if you monthly uh, think about it, maybe you can waste a lot of
Well,
my
money
goodness.
in
well,
food.
something that the boy said in the video is that some people buy it like snacks. So by the time they realize how much money they spend in snacks on every year, they can like become aware that they can save some money, stop buying those snacks that are expensive and like replace them for healthy food or something else that is cheap.
In Colombia,
Excuse me.
especially in the countryside, people have breakfast, then they have media mañana. I don't know to say that. Then they have lunch. They have el algo. I don't know if you have uh, heard about it. El
Well,
algo is after the lunch. They then have the meal, the dinner, and finally they have la merienda. Yeah,
So much.
but
six meal.
it's to prevent illnesses. That's why we do that. Not that, but if we eat like every 2 hours or every 3 hours, but if we eat healthy food, I guess it's okay. But if we eat snack,
Yeah, and
that's
if
gonna be a
you
problem.
for example eat um, an amount of lunch, and then you have another thing. But if you have a big lunch and then you have another um, snack, you are eating so much and you are wasting or not wasting, because what we eat is no waste, is no wastage. But we spend a lot of money.
Yeah, like um, then I heard I heard a post about it, about this idea of saving money. And that man in that post mentioned the idea that some people are used to buy like coffee in the morning with a biscuit that in a very expensive place every morning. So that instead of doing that, they could like cook at home their breakfast, so they would save some money, but not stop eating, but be careful about what we eat. Some snacks are very expensive and are not healthy.
Excuse me.
Leonardo.
For example, to make Bart change products. For example, in this case here, we in some places and little towns here in the Putumayo, they are make or do, I don't know, to do or to make Bart. For example, chontaduro to plátano verde. Yes,
But
we are doing that to
make Bart.
make
But
Bart. Yes,
I don't
make Bart.
understand. I don't understand that expression. Can you spell it?
Hacer trekking.
Ah, okay. Let's
It's
check.
It's changed? No, it's not.
no, no, change no. Hacer trekking. Cambiar plátano por chontaduro.
Barter.
Estaba haciendo
Uh-huh.
eso, o lo que uno tenga. Hay gente que ha cambiado huevos porque pues como ha estado cerrado todo. Entonces hay lugares que no llegan. Entonces, por ejemplo, el chontaduro se estaba perdiendo. Entonces empezaron diciendo, no lo podemos dejar perder, y empezaron a pueblos que tenían arroz, entonces lo cambiaban por tal. O sea, difficult. And another is and I didn't hear in this video. And another is the and expenses. Gastos hormiga.
Uh-huh.
And expense, for example, you buy. I remember that I bought a chocoramo every weekend. So if you add all the chocoramo that you eat from 1 year in a weekend, the
You will
amount.
see that you spend a lot of money.
Or for example, if you eat empanaditas at night or nights, yes, oh, that is a and spent.
Uh-huh. Well, here we have on the screen the word that you use, Ivan. So barter is the noun, barter,
Yes.
but the verb is trade.
To trade.
So to trade food,
I did, yeah.
if you produce it, so you can trade food with your neighbors.
Oh,
But the name is barter. Good. So
okay. Thank you.
For example, a few years ago, um, I ate with my coworkers on a street. We ate a lot on the street. Empanadas, arepas, street hamburgers, street hot dogs, and we spent a lot of money because we ate several times a week. And junk funk in junk funk in junk food, we spend a lot of money, and you don't realize that expense.
Uh, the snack break teacher for the teachers. It's a spend. It's a long spend. You know, in the cooperative or the grocery store, little grocery store in the schools on the
the
university,
cafeteria.
whatever, it's a big spend.
Yeah.
Go to a snack break is when you go to the end of the week, and you go to the discount, you say, no, oh my God,
I thought.
that is this
I
is a
realized that
very
you
good, the biggest spend is unspent I ever did.
That reminds me that I have a cousin, and the money that she spent that she didn't notice was in hot dogs. She used to eat hot dogs very frequently, and she had not realized that she spent a lot of money on that. It's like a habit that she had.
For example, this week, my wife, she cooked pizza, homemade,
Uh-huh.
like one more, before the quarantine starts. Um, we we called to Domino's, yeah. Here in Neighbor, Domino's is okay, but it's not like in Bogota because Domino's. I think that the pizza in Bogota is better, yeah. So she called and she asked for a pizza, like a medium-sized pizza, and the pizza it wasn't like we expected, yeah, but it was like 30,000 pesos, yeah. So
Uh-huh.
it was expensive. It was expensive. So on Sunday we talked with her sister-in-law, and she taught her about a homemade pizza. We got the ingredients, and she did the pizza yesterday. Yeah, she cooked the pizza yesterday, and it was delicious, and it was super super cheap. Yeah,
Like, how
was
much did you guys spend on the ingredient?
like the cheese like 5,000, the jam like 4. In total, it's like 14,000 pesos. Yeah, and we
That
got the
you have
ingredients.
you
Yeah,
had more
so
ingredients for more pizzas.
yeah, so and it was almost the same. Like it was so delicious. But sometimes we decide to buy things instead of trying to learn something new. So that is something that many people have learned during this quarantine. They have tried to cook new things and try to invent new recipes. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Some people have done that. Okay, look at this. We are going to scan very quickly this reading because here we have some titles about other suggestions or tips to save money. So we will scan the subtitles and find out if there are any ideas that we have not checked so far. So here we have eliminate your debt. We haven't talked about it, but you guys said that you have savings, so I guess that you guys don't have debts. Because, well, the suggestion is that if we have debts, we should pay them first. Otherwise, we will like pay a lot of rates if we don't pay the debts fast. Set saving goals, you guys mentioned it. Pay yourself first. Okay, that's the one that Juan Pablo mentioned. That is to have an automatic withdrawal from your salary to the saving account. So that is like is a set self-payment, but for your saving account. That is pay yourself first. Stop smoking. We haven't talked about it. Does any of you smoke?
No.
No? Okay, it says here this is a very expensive addiction because people can spend $3,000 a year on cigarettes. Here, take a staycation. We haven't talked about it. So read it. Tell me if you understand it.
I think we are taking a staycation right now.
Yeah, we are all required to take a staycation. Have questions about any word in that paragraph?
What is teacher trendy?
It's something that is in fashion. So something that is popular. Okay, then it says spend to save. Okay. We didn't talk about this. So read it and tell me if you understand the idea.
Okay, like what I got is about like we have to spend some money in order to save money in the future. For example, sometimes we maybe in this quarantine our electricity bill yeah has increased, yeah.
Yes.
So we can buy some solar panels,
Exactly. That's the idea.
set that system in our homes in order to save money. Yep.
Do you live in a do you live in a house, Henry?
Yep. But not yet, no with solar panels. Yep.
Okay. So those who live in sunny areas like Mayra and Henry like could buy solar panels to get energy, natural energy instead of like paying bills on the electricity that is usually sold by different companies. So that's the idea of spend to save, like invest some money to save some money in the future.
Teacher, do you think that buying a water filter does it work in order to save money? Like,
No, I have one and I'm not saving
this,
money. No, it's very convenient, but I
yeah,
have to change the filter every 3 months.
okay,
And the filter is 30, almost, yeah, 35,000 pesos. So I'm spending about more than 100,000 pesos a year on the filter. Well, if you just boil the water, just get water for clean water to drink or to make juice. And there is other type of filter which is more expensive and you don't change the filter that frequently, but it's more expensive. It's if I'm not wrong, it's 600,000, and you don't change the filter every year. Mm? But it's expensive. So maybe that filter could represent some saving after 5 years.
yeah. Because there are some cities that where the water is not
It's not
potable.
that clean,
Yeah, so
but
maybe
yeah, boiled water is the, I guess maybe it's the
this
cheapest.
solution.
Yeah, it's the cheapest
Okay.
and the best way to have clean water to drink. Okay, then we have utility savings. Utility savings. We didn't talk about it and it was mentioned in the video. Have you thought about it? Have you done something regarding that?
Um, hmm, thermostat is like it is
Yeah, what's
a
that?
device, right?
Utilities are like those services that we get, like internet, like trash, the trash that is
Trash.
collected from our homes. So in the video, it was mentioned that we should like compare prices of different providers. And it happened to me. For example, I used to have ETV, and then I saw that Movistar had better prices and a better service. So I changed the provider.
Yes, the video talked about that to compare that prices, which is better, which is cheaper.
Exactly. Then pack your lunch that you well mentioned, the idea of cooking your own food. Create an interest bearing account. That is called a CD in American, in English speaking countries, but in our country is called CDT. That's an interest bearing account. And here, analyze your spending, which was something that Leonardo mentioned. If the idea that he gave us was that he was not aware of the money that he spent when he bought those chocorramos, but if he added all the money that he spent on a year basis, he realized that he was spending a lot of money. So let's analyze the spending. Good. So what we can do now is like to check the structure. We are going to work a little bit on the structure of passive voice sentences, but when we use modal verbs. So we
Okay.
have here a sentence in active voice and a change in passive voice. So you remember that for sentences in past, we had here the past form of the verb to be, right? In this place, in the green place. But for sentences that use modal verbs, we don't have the past form of the verb to be, but the verb be. That's the change. Yes, it is clear, the structure.
Yes, it is, teacher.
Yeah, it is.
So we're going to label some pictures with the ideas that you got by using passive voice. So here we have, how can people cut the cost of shelter? So you mentioned that shelter, people should avoid no, shelter. People should get a roommate or rent a room. How can we change that sentence into passive voice?
You could rent a room by people.
No, we need to identify the subject. What is the subject of the sentence?
People. The subject, people.
Yes, no, that is the, yes, sorry, the object. The
Ah,
object of the
Object?
sentence.
A room.
the
Yes,
room.
Room.
a roommate, right? So if we identify the object first, the object, so we move it at the beginning of the sentence. A roommate. Then we have the modal verb. Then we have what?
Be.
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 And then we have what?
The past participle of get.
Exactly.
And
So
maybe
a roommate could be got or gotten. That both possibilities, that verb has those both possibilities. Got or got. One.
no, teacher, I was to say that maybe to complete the idea, or we can add in order to cut the cost of shelter.
Ah, yeah.
No?
Mhm. Good. Let's label other one. So this one is about the utilities. So how can we create a passive voice sentence regarding how to cut the cost of shelter in relation to utilities? Okay, and let me show you the active voice sentence, and so you change them into passive. Okay, let me write it. So people should check the providers of the utilities. People should choose better. Choose a cheaper provider utilities. Okay, so what is the subject? Sorry, the object of that sentence?
Providers of utility.
Cheaper providers.
Exactly, complete. A cheaper provider of
providers.
utilities. All that
And
is the object. Juan.
teacher, yeah, what is the difference between utilities and facilities?
Facilities. Well, let me move it and then we will check in the dictionary. Okay. So we have this first, and then what do we have?
There to be
Should
Exactly. The modal verb, and then
be
exactly. Then
chose the past
chosen.
exactly the past participle. Good. Now let's look at the answer for your question. So we got facilities, something designed, built, or installed to provide a specific convenience or service, a new research facility. Usually facility is something that permits the easier performance of an action, course, or of conduct, etc. Because of its facilities for conferences. I guess we have here, sorry, we will have here synonyms, we'll have utilities. Okay, let's look for utilities. Utilities, the state of quality of being useful, a public service, as that providing electricity or water. So I guess it refers to public services, and facilities, I guess, refers to everything that here is installed or provide a convenience. I guess if we book a room in a hotel and we look for one of the facilities is if it has got a parking service. So it's not a service that as a public service, but it's something that is convenient and that offers that is necessary, but it's not a public service. That I guess it would be because if we check again utilities, it would say that is a public service. Well, facilities is broader and it covers the idea of a parking, for example, in a place, or let's say a conference room in case we want to book like a hotel or a place where to have a conference. So we will look for a conference room, which is a facility in the place. Okay, let's go back. And then let's take another picture. Here, how can people cut the cost of shelter? So this one is related to the idea of utilities. So people should what? The active voices.
People should be.
me, teacher, what is the idea of that pictures?
Yeah, those are facilities. Sorry, utilities. It's a service that we have, right? So the idea is to find out the one that is cheaper.
Yeah, like yeah.
So people should what?
Compare.
Compare what? What do you compare if you decide if you want ETV or Movistar? You compare what?
The price,
Okay, so you compare the price. What else do you compare?
quality,
Okay, of facilities in the utilities in this case. We should compare the price and quality of utilities, right? To choose the cheapest.
That compare it is with D or without D feature?
No, without the.
Without.
Comparar. La gente debería comparar.
The price.
Ah, yeah, here, yes.
Yeah, because
The-
compared is in the passive voice form.
Yeah, I thought you were saying the here. No. Okay, so people should compare the price and quality of utilities and choose the cheapest. Now, let's move that into a passive voice. What is the object of the sentence?
The price and the quality.
Exactly. Of utilities. All
Yeah.
that is the object. Then,
should be compared.
By the people.
By people.
People. In order
Yeah.
to choose the cheapest.
Exactly. Okay, let's try two more. Here, how can people cut the cost of food? You guys mentioned some ideas. Cost of food, and you said health.
Brands, that pictures refers to that.
Yes, you mentioned about brands here.
The previous, that.
By store brand
Here,
products.
this
Yeah,
one.
that one.
Okay, that's the active voice and the passive.
Store brand products. Could be could bought.
Exactly. We can add the information that Juan Pablo told us at the beginning to have the cost of food.
Teacher, in that verb cut, it isn't necessary to add down, to cut down, no, or only just cut.
Cut down is possible.
When we use cut, it's like the same. If there is no problem, if we omit that.
No, it's better to say cut down.
Okay.
It's better to say, to write cut down for this idea. Okay, let's see another one about the food. How can we label that picture with an active voice sentence?
People should cook or prepare their own food.
Uh-huh. And the passive voice.
With the food should be prepared by the people.
Yeah.
By people, yeah.
Okay. The last one.
Sure. It's another way to save money. The people can buy say I can I didn't seasoned food, comida de estación.
Very good. So people
Estación.
could buy season.
Season.
Food.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What you mentioned it about. Okay, no, it was Henry who mentioned the idea of lulos and guayabas.
Yeah.
Guayabas were more cheaper.
Oh, yes.
People could buy. People could buy season food, and the passive voice could be
Season
yes.
food can bought by people.
Season food could
Could be bought by people.
exactly. Uh-huh. Good. Okay, the last one, this one. How can we label those pictures?
People should unsubscribe from email marketers.
And passive.
Email marketers.
What happens there?
Should be subscribed by people.
What's the idea there? That's not
It's not
manipulative.
like yeah.
Yeah, that
Email
doesn't sound good.
marketers should be used. Mm,
So we don't say marketers. So emails. Or offers should be unsubscribed. Because we don't unsubscribe to people. We unsubscribe objects, or we unsubscribe the offer. Well, here we are talking about the people
and
that
marketers.
produce those emails. But here we are talking about the offers. We shouldn't subscribe from those offers. So we need to be careful about the verb For example, here is the verb avoid. We need to be careful about the object. Sometimes we have a verb, but the verb doesn't have a direct object after it. So we need to be careful about it. For example, let's see. If we have the sentence, Anna came home yesterday night. Anna came home late yesterday night. We have the verb came, but that verb doesn't have a direct object. So the action of coming doesn't have an object that receives the action. So in that case, I cannot write a passive voice with that sentence. I need a verb that has a direct object. So if I say Anna took Katie to the hospital yesterday night, is different because the verb take has a direct object, which is Heidi. Heidi is the one that receives the action of being taken to the place. And here, the verb come doesn't have an object after it that receives the action. It's Anna who makes the action and nobody receives the action, or nothing receives the action. So with some verbs, we cannot make a passive voice sentences. Is this idea clear? Los otros verbos sí nos servían porque alguien compra algo, alguien come algo. En este caso, Ana lleva a alguien a algún lado. Pero en el caso del verbo llegar, Ana llegó tarde a la casa, nadie recibe la acción que ella está haciendo. Entonces, en ese caso no podemos convertir esa oración en pasivo. Necesitamos siempre un verbo en el que haya un objeto que reciba la acción, sea una persona, o sea una cosa que reciba la acción que se está haciendo.
Okay, teacher.
De otra manera no se podría formar una oración pasiva. Okay, so this is the topic that you have to study this week. It's a passive voice. So with the exercises in this week, I'll guess it will be easier for you to understand it. Because as we mentioned some encounters ago, we have passive voice sentences with different tenses, with all the tenses. If we have the verbs that allowed us to do it.
Teacher, I have a question. Well, it is, yeah, it's like a passive voice. In English, we use the verb to get often, no? To refer something that, how can I explain something?
Many things.
Example. Example. I got a haircut. Yeah, because maybe I use the verb get because I didn't do that haircut. Someone else did it. No, and it is the same that there is a form that we are going to study this week on this week too. That is to have done. My, for example,
Ah,
my yeah. Am I clear?
yes, I had my hair done, my haircut done. When somebody does something for you,
Can
I
you
had
check
my
the screen?
I have it in the chat box. I had my haircut done. So when in Spanish we say we don't use it that form because we say me corté el pelo, pero no es uno el que lo hace, sino alguien más. Entonces, en esos casos en el que alguien más, uno paga para que alguien más haga algo, se usa esa estructura. I had my haircut done. I had my car washed. What else? I had my nails done. Yes, in those cases in which you pay for a service, somebody does the action for you, so that's the structure.
And it is the same that form that before I have said that is get.
Get?
We can replace with that. I got for example, in that case, I had my haircut done. I could say I got my haircut.
With the verb get is we use it because we express that there was a change in the when you say I got it is because you had something different before you mentioned that. So the verb get shows that there is a change from one situation to other one. And you say if it is possible to say I had got my haircut done.
Or just
Here,
I got.
yes,
Yeah.
I have here that is I've got my haircut, but without done. But I've got my haircut. So we have here I've got my haircut. I've got my haircut, or I had my haircut done.
We have to use that have with that form with get.
No, I've got my haircut, or I got I got no have that got not got but have, or I have got
Or
without done, or I had and done. So if you use done, you don't use get, and if you use get, you don't use. done.
Done.
But you use half cup.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's review the information and then we will continue working on passive voice next week. And I don't know if you have something to tell me before we finish, a question or comment. Okay, good. So have a good night, everybody.
You too, teacher. See you.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye,
See
teacher.
you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
teacher.
you.
Okay.